Hello, hello. I am back for the new review for the newest episode from the Last of Us. So we are on episodes. Well, we had just watched episode 6, and I would say the way it started out was it concluded from episode 5 when Henry shot himself, and they buried Sam and Henry, and we actually started out three of them. We actually started out episode 6, 3 months after it happened, from 5, from episode 5. So the way that this episode started out was a cabin, actually. Was a cabin, and was a cabin inside snow, and we saw a couple inside this cabin that Joel was actually holding at gunpoint. Ellie was there too, and they were holding the couple at gunpoint. They were Then they asked the couple how far they to Cody, Wyoming, because we have to think that Joel is heading to Cody to try to give Ellie to the Fireflies while trying to find Tommy too. And so they kind of ask the couple where they are. The couple tells them. They kind of talk for a little bit, then they go. And then they kind of just then pretty much the first part of the episode was them traveling through Cody, and they kind of run into a group of outlaws. Not outlaws, but some people he saw on horses. And so they come on horses. They draw their guns on Joel and Ellie. Then they get checked by a dog that they have. The dog was there to check to see if they're infected or not. So it turns out no, it's not. And I was kind of scared a little bit during that time because I knew Ellie is. So I was kind of like, will the dog will the dog etch on or not? I don't know, but yeah. So they're fine. They go with the group to the town that they're in, and inside that town, we finally see Tommy. Joel sees Tommy, and it turns out the person who was in charge of the group on the horses is actually pregnant with Tommy's child, and Joel tries to convince Tommy to go with him home. Tries to convince Tommy to go with him to take Ellie to the Fireflies, and go home and to find the cure and all of that. But Tommy says no because he has a wife now. He has a kid now coming on the way and all of that. And Joel kind of breaks down in front of Tommy and cries, telling Tommy hey, we can't basically we finally saw here for the first time actually Joel caring for Ellie, because he didn't really come out and say it at first, but he was scared to get too close to Ellie because he was scared that if something happened to her, it would be his fault. And because we have to remember the first episode, he felt like Sarah being shot and killed was his fault. So he's kind of scared that something or that same thing will happen to Ellie. And he tells out to Tommy, and he won't say it to Ellie, but that's why he actually goes and talks to Ellie and explains to her hey, look, you're gonna have to go. He tells her to go with Tommy in tomorrow, like the day after, and he tells her to go with Tommy to the Fireflies, and Joel will go back home, and Ellie gets mad kinda because now she gets upset because Joel for the past few months has been the only person that's really gotten very close to Ellie, and same for Joel, like her to Joel, like she's gotten very close to him. She kind of sees him as kind of a father, so it's kind of like he gets very upset and mad that now now Joel's abandoning her, like so now she feels alone again, and it's just kind of a mess. But then the next day comes where she goes with Tommy and prepares to leave for the Fireflies, but Joel decides to take her, and they kind of start. This is where they really start to bond. Like Joel finally starts to bond here with Ellie, and the same for Tommy and all. And sorry for Joel and all that. They start to bond, and we run it. Then they go. Then Joel and Ellie go to the place where the Fireflies are supposed to be, but it turns out the Fireflies left for something, and then he sees some people ride up to where they are. They stab Joel, and then ending it off, Joel falls off of the horse because he's injured, and yeah, that's where it ends. And what I will say for here is I think this was my favorite episode, just in terms of not necessarily one, the fact that we finally see Tommy again, but secondly, it's because we finally see Joel start to we finally see him really start to care for Ellie, in terms of just he sees her as kind of like Sarah, where because it's kind of like I said, the very first episode, Sarah got shot right in front of him, and Joel was scared he couldn't protect Ellie the same way he felt like he couldn't protect Sarah. So we finally get to see that, because I feel like that was very important for Joel's character, and I kind of felt like that the entire show. That I feel like the reason why he refuses to get so close is because I feel like he's scared that something will happen to her and be Joel's fault. And because we also have to remember, Joel told Tess made Joel promise to help. You know what I'm saying? He promised Tess to take Ellie to the Fireflies for a cure. And we finally saw Ellie's we finally saw her view, where she even told Joel all of the people in the QZ left her, they didn't care about her, but she finally can see Joel as being that role model that she kind of look up to. And now Joel was saying to her look, my goal was to find Tommy, and my goal was to get you to the Fireflies, but Joel finally sees that he did make that promise to Tess, and he did make that promise that he will not let the same thing happen to Sarah happen to Ellie. And yeah, man, I thought that this was a very good episode in terms of just the acting was just so well done. This entire show has been so well done. It really has. The acting has been well done. The screener, the the screenwriting has been so well done. Like, it's just all been so well put together. And I have to say, man, this has been a very great one. Like, this has been a truly great show. Just a truly great show. Not in terms of just the action and all that, which yes, it has been great too. But just in terms of the just in terms of the raw, like, just in terms of the raw kind of feeling that you get on the characters, and it kind of just feels like, yeah, it's just a very good show so far. It's a very great show and a very great episode, and yeah, so I'm very excited to see how the show ends. Well, how the first season ends. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, guys. Very great episode here. So yeah, I will. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment. You know, all the good stuff. Don't need to repeat myself. I keep forgetting to say hello to the turkeys, but say hello to the turkeys and say goodbye to them now. And I will see you guys soon. Goodbye.